Hello, everybody. This is Haley Lynn Gray, and I am your guide here with the Alchemy to Successful Online Marketing Summit. I am so excited to be introducing you to today's guest. This is JoseeBrisebois, personal stylist for women speakers and entrepreneurs and founder of We Can Style. Josee has been involved in fashion throughout her life and has styled professionals, entrepreneurs, public speakers, and TV personalities. Having worked all over the world, she uses her experience as an actor, anchor reporter, TV host, and corporate marketing manager to help women stand out, gain instant credibility, be memorable, and be seen as an authority in their field. Through the inner and outer transformation they experience, what Josee loves the most is to witness women blossom, feel confident, and look amazing from the inside out. She specializes in helping women entrepreneurs exude confidence, find their unique brand image, and wow factor. This allows them to stand out from the crowd, look successful, and attract more ideal clients and speaking opportunities. They increase their income and transform their business or career to a whole new level of success. Please welcome JoseeBrisebois. So glad to have you here.
Thank you, Haley. That was a complete introduction.
Well, thank you. I do try. So tell us about what you're going to be talking about today.
I'm going to be talking about what to wear on camera.
Oh, big challenge.
Well, it is kind of a challenge, but also now it's like it's common for people to be on camera, online, it's all over the place. So it becomes more and more important to be able to know how to do it and how to stand out.
Absolutely. I love it. So take it away.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. And here we go. So, okay. So we know that feeling at ease and confident when taking pictures or making a video makes a huge difference, right? In the way that you're perceived and received. And the way that you look can undermine you or it can support you. Because as we know, it takes only 3 seconds to make a first impression, and that first impression will last 5 years. So the idea is really to feel confident in the way that you present yourself so that it transpires through the camera. Because as I said, the camera magnifies everything, and this excitement and this confidence will transmit to your audience. So I know it can be daunting to even know what to wear to work, to put your best foot forward. So, what to wear on camera brings it to a whole other level, but I got you covered. The goal of this training is to give you some guidelines to clarify this process. So let's get started. I have some notes here because I want to make sure I'm not forgetting any points. So the first thing you need to keep in mind is that the camera magnifies everything. So we need to pay close attention to every single detail. The first detail that we need to pay attention to, and the most underrated, by the way, is the quality of your clothes. So in other words, the quality of the fabric. This is the most important aspect to me as a personal stylist, and one that I emphasize over and over and that people tend to overlook. There's nothing worse than giving out a lower end or outdated image. People will then feel like, maybe your content and what you have to offer might also be outdated or lower in quality. And people do notice these things. Sometimes they can't put their fingers on it, but they do notice. I was attending an event of a fairly successful online business coach. And although she's amazing at what she does, her clothes did not represent her level of talent or expertise. So much so that people who knew that I was a stylist came to me during the break and told me that they thought her clothes looked cheap. which is unfortunate because, you know, she just had a missed opportunity to make a great first impression and a much better turnout than what she actually had. So my best tip for the purpose of this training is to make sure your clothes come from a clothing line that is equal in quality or higher than J. Crew, just to give you like a, you know, like a gauge. Meaning it does not retail for less than the prices that you will find at J. Crew. It doesn't mean that you have to pay these, you know, prices, especially if you can't afford it, because we see sales all the time. Now there's all these like flash sales sites, consignment stores. I mean, there's so many possibilities out there to be able to get nice clothes for affordable prices. So, and actually, I'm all about finding a great high-end bargain. I call myself the queen of high-end bargain shopping. So the second detail is the shape and fit of your clothes. Now, these are a little extreme and outdated, but I just wanted to give you like, you know, a clear idea. So anything that's protruding or shapeless clothes look awkward on camera and make you look bigger. So this goes for really thick fabric, for example, like a thick tweed. And yeah, so that's the main idea. Because of the extra 10 pounds effect, wear something that will flatter your shape. Emphasize your waist, very importantly, and give yourself a taller look as opposed to a wider look. And this is done with fitted clothes, with a V shape, like you see here, they're all wearing like some kind of like a V shape that elongates the figure, or even a U shape, because the last thing you want is to look like you're trying to hide something. So this is why you need to wear fitted clothes. You want to flatter your curves with the right kind of fitted clothes. The third detail is all about your brand image. So it's important to match the outside with the message that you're trying to convey. Your marketing visuals and external appearance should all be consistent. They should represent and reinforce your message if you want to stand out and be remembered. Because what's on the outside has to match the message that you're trying to convey. Branding has a whole psychological and emotional effect on people. So it's about people being able to emotionally and unconsciously connect to who you are and what you're all about. The overall goal of branding is really to differentiate yourself and to stand out. And this is why we should dress consistently with your brand as best as you can. Okay. This is a successful online business coach, not the one I was talking about earlier, who was trying to look professional and blended on the and to blend in on the picture on the left. Like she thought, you know, like I'm gonna look professional and just like everyone else kind of vibe. Then she found her brand and started dressing like this. And that's when her business took off and she started literally making millions of dollars. And she claims it like to her, it's all about branding. It's so important because for her, that's exactly what it did. This is Rebecca Masood, the lady in the middle. She's a client of mine, and we up-leveled her whole look and brand, and we played on her power colors, and now people keep commenting on how much more confident she comes across. She gets told regularly that she's shining, and she said it's because she feels really good and confident in her clothes. So it makes that much of a difference. Plus, like, her income like went up considerably, and she keeps getting invited to more speaking engagements. Okay. Oh, I forgot to say, the reason that I'm telling you all this is because I want you to really understand the importance of really honing and owning your brand style and the quality of the clothes you wear. So for the purpose of this training, you want to pick the clothes that make you feel great, and that feel the most authentic to who you are and the vision of where you're heading, not where you have been. So, you know, like that outfit that you probably got a ton of compliments on, or that makes you feel like $1,000,000. That's what I'm talking about. So the fourth detail is about the colors that look good on you. Your power colors will flatter your skin tone, and make you look better. See, the guy here on the left looks so much warmer and glowy than the one on the right. Colors are also the most powerful tool you can use to set a positive tone for your audience. Not to mention that you can use colors for your branding as well, because colors are really a very powerful tool to use for branding. So there's a palette that works best for each of us, and these colors become even more important on video as the camera, again, magnifies everything. Okay, so try and go for bolder hues that you might wear on a regular basis, unless it goes against your personal brand, meaning you don't feel comfortable wearing bold colors. This is just another way to be more memorable in a crowd of people. The colors that you choose are also directly related to your personal brand style, as I said. So you should select clothes and colors that represent your brand. On here, my client is wearing the right hue of blue for her brand and for her complexion. She stands out much more. Can you see on the picture here how confident she feels in her dress compared to the one on the left? There's a big difference, right? Okay, so TV professionals usually say to avoid black, white, and reds. Nowadays, we see TV personalities wearing all kinds of colors and hues, but you can't go wrong with reds, greens, and blues, as they look good on most people, provided you pick a shade that is part of your own color palette, of course. I think it's okay to wear reds, especially if the color is part of your personal brand image. If pastels are in your color palette and look flattering on you, then that's also a good option. Black can look good on camera, especially on people with darker hair. However, it typically requires better lighting and makeup to add life to your complexion, especially if you have fair skin, because black absorbs most of the light. Navy is a good alternative if you want to wear dark clothes. White, on the other hand, is the one color that is mostly avoided on TV, as it makes everything else look darker, including your face. So just keep in mind that pure white has the brightest value and will draw the eye or the camera more than any other colors. So this will somewhat take the attention away from you and onto your white attire. But again, I think it's okay to wear white, because especially if there's a reason for it and the color represents your style and your brand, many news anchors do it today. The dress code has become more and more flexible and allows for more creativity. It's now common to see TV personalities wearing patterns and prints on camera. Like this reporter's sweater, for example. So it might look, really cute in person, but it's too busy for the camera, not to mention it's really distracting. So on camera, it's really important to avoid small, busy patterns like thin pinstripes, chevron, herringbone, or houndstooth type of prints. They can be distracting on photo and even make viewers dizzy on camera, which we don't want. So large prints and geometric patterns will drive the eye toward the prints instead of towards you. So if you really like prints, try to pick more subtle ones. It's still a good idea to gravitate towards solid colors to avoid any distraction from the information being shared, especially if you're unsure about what to wear. Okay, so lights reflects off shiny surfaces. This is why shiny fabrics, especially under bright lights, are usually not flattering. So I'm going to see if I can. Yeah. Okay. We all know the camera can add 10 pounds. So it's best to avoid making your body look bigger, with shimmers all over it. You should also be careful about the type and amount of jewelry you wear. Avoid anything too large, like the lady on this picture, and sparkling, such as huge bracelets and dangling earrings and necklaces. It's always, always, always better to opt for something that's simple and classy looking, as videos emphasize everything. And you don't want to take the attention away from you and what you have to say. So, should you dress casual or formal, work clothes or creative clothes? The best way to know is to determine who your audience is and what message you want to give. So, is your audience, are they professionals? Are they artists, computer geeks? I mean, you need to make sure you pick something that makes you feel good and you're comfortable in, and that makes you relatable at the same time. On a side note, I recommend wearing clothes made of natural fabrics that tend to breathe easily under the warm studio lights. Because you're working with bright lights, let's see here if I'm missing anything. Okay, undertones. Yes, consider, okay, so avoid tight constricting clothes so you can move with ease and this way, like, you know, appear to be confident, because if you're like uncomfortable, like we can totally tell. So you need to make sure you're really comfortable. And you can consider wearing a blazer or a jacket to cover your sweat, because it's very possible you might sweat, especially under the bright lights if you're not at home and you have an interview on TV, for example. And it also helps with posture, like wearing a structured garment looks like you have better posture. For the ladies, a light blouse or dress, you should avoid light colors and fabrics like silk, and I would also recommend how do you say this in English? Antiperspirant versus a deodorant, because I'm all about like natural, but like, you know, when you're in a situation that it counts, like, just go for the antiperspirant. Okay, we went through that. Because you're working with bright lights, you have to worry about flyaway hair and the shadows cast by big hair. So make sure you smooth out the flyaway hair and style your hair in a way that feels good and natural to you. So for women, normal street makeup is fine, but from personal experience, because I worked as an anchor and actress, you do need to apply a bit more makeup than what you would wear on a daily basis. You should still go for the more natural makeup look, like not like the, you know, like the evening kind of like cat eye look. Just more natural. And avoid too heavy makeup like those bright red lips or lip gloss, which can be a little distracting, but I'm going to say you go ahead and wear red lips if it's part of your brand. Then I would say like totally go for it. But typically a more natural lipstick color is just better. Again, keep in mind that everything is magnified on camera. I can't stress that enough. And keeping things simple and classy is always the best way to go. So above all, what I can tell you is you need to be you and look like you. And I hope you have a better idea on what it takes to wear on cam, what it takes, what do I say? I hope you have a better idea on what it takes to stand out and, look good on camera.
Thank you.
We're done.
Very cool. If you unshare, that would be awesome so they can see.
Unshare. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Stop share. Okay, here we go.
Perfect. Thank you so much. This is really helpful. I mean, I think to a lot of people, they don't have confidence to be on camera, to be, on video, and it's scary.
Yeah, it is scary, especially if you're not used to it. It's really, really scary. So, if you give yourself like a chance and, feel good about the way you look and, feel comfortable in your clothes, it's going to transpire. When I was an actress, like even doing auditions for commercials, the casting directors would ask the actor, what were you thinking? And some actors like, nothing, like he was just smiling for the camera. It's like, that's the problem. You need to feel it, because we can tell on the other side of the camera. We can totally feel what you're feeling. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
If somebody wanted to get in touch with you, how would they go about finding you?
They can go on my website. It's called We Can Style, WECAN style.com. And there's a contact page on there and all of that good stuff. And they can even do a little quiz to have a kind of like clarify what their brand style is. It's a really fun and quick quiz that will give you some fun information.
Very cool. Very exciting. And you have a free download for our audience. What is that?
The free download is called the 4 most common personal image mistakes that women speaker and entrepreneur make when trying to portray a credible image.
Oh, very cool. Sounds like something everybody should download and read carefully.
Yeah, it's all good information.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If somebody, asked you how they're going to find you, and you gave us their URL, and the free download is another way to get in touch with you. So
yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Haley.
It's been awesome.
It was fun speaking with you.
Thank you. This has been very informative.
Thanks. Bye, everyone.